White Walker perpetuated offenses are considered especially heinous. In Westeros, 4 dedicated friends investigate and discuss these vicious episodes as members of an elite squad known as A Podcast Has No Name.
I'm Ambush.
I'm Morgan, and today we have special guest Andre Cole.
Hello.
And you are listening to A Podcast Has No Name.
Hey.
And today we're recapping the first 3 episodes of Disney and Marvel's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Welcome.
The face, he's like, you know what's funny? I was just calling it Falcon and Winter Soldier for a minute.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I started like reading. It was like, all right, whatever. Falcon and Winter Soldier. Whatever, guys.
I mean, it is Falcon and Winter Soldier. You don't call him the Falcon.
No one calls him the Falcon.
I guess we supposed to, but I don't refer. I don't think the hashtag is the Falcon. I think it's just Falcon. Like the official. I don't know. I need to check
from the official account.
Yeah, I think that even the hashtag might even leave out the in the Falcon.
We'll have to call him Black Falcon and call it a day.
It's called Black Falcon.
See, it's starting already. Well, while you figure out if it's Falcon or the Falcon, to give the listeners an idea, just the basic summary of the show, what they tell us that the show is about. Following the events of Avengers Endgame, Sam Wilson, Falcon, and Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier, team up in a global adventure that tests their abilities, and their patience.
They left out with each other.
Are you guys ready for this buddy comedy?
I didn't know I was, but I am. I am.
It's Lethal Weapon-esque.
Give me your first impression in 5 words or less. Ambush, go.
Much better than I thought.
Wow, good job.
I practiced.
Dre.
I wasn't prepared for that. Wait. No, 6.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, there we go. No. First impressions. It's a very good start.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, and it is. It is a very good start.
Okay, I have mine. Not bad. Please get better.
Wow. So you and Dre are
welcome to the dark side.
I'll say that.
Damn it.
That means I do like it.
Yes, it does.
It means
I know when you don't like a show.
Be here.
Like, no, I got that.
Yeah, do you need help with the outline? I could probably help you with that. And you guys have a great recording.
High five.
I do like the show. I just have my own qualms with the Falcon. And,
we just called him the Falcon.
On purpose.
The ball.
I have my issues with him, and I will say that this show is making them better, and that shocks me. But I'm not gonna, die on this hill of hating that guy. I won't stick my feet in the sand. If this makes it better, I'm all for it.
Wait, can I jump? Like, do you have a problem with him, like Anthony Mackie, or the character?
No, the character, but I think it is Anthony Mackie, maybe. Okay. Number one, they have given that man a weird beard every time. And I think it's the weird beard because he does it in his personal life. And so when your beard like frames your face to make it look like your face is so much smaller than your actual face, like,
yeah,
like his beard doesn't go back and it makes him look like he has all this extra face back here.
All this extra face.
It bothers me.
My God.
It bothers me so much. And I can't take him seriously. He's talking and he's supposed to be like a handsome dude to people. And I'm like, in what regard? Look at that beard.
It's a Pixar beard. It's a Pixar beard. Yeah.
See, I'm gonna have to keep looking at it now. Oh, am I breaking up?
Nope. No, you're good. So there's that. And then just the way that he has always like the it's not Anthony Mackie. There are definitely movies he's been in that I'm fine, but him as Falcon has always been annoying to me. Like he's just there.
So there was a moment for me that it was about Anthony Mackie when he made the comment about dreads, and I was like, okay, so you don't want me to like you in real life. You just don't. And then I tolerated.
I'm forgetting that he's the one who did that.
Yeah. I would tell my nephews not to have dreads. It would make their life easier if they didn't. If you don't, sir, if you don't go somewhere, which is crazy talk.
Because you're doing great with your fade. Like in all seriousness, if we can not internalize the racism against us, that'd be great.
That'd be great.
And that's why I had to ask the question, because I wasn't sure, because a lot of people don't like Anthony Mackie because of those comments, like the dreadlock, thing. And he's had some other like real
done some
stuff. So that's why I asked if you don't like the character. I
think it's both. I think it's just both. And I forgot he made that comment, but I don't know. It's both.
Yeah.
I've talked to myself in and out of it. It's both.
Well, let me ask you this. Has this helped you with the character? Because this has helped me
with the character.
Okay.
This
has helped me. Yeah,
this has helped me with the character. He is not as dislikable, unlikable for me.
Yeah.
But so okay, let's just do that. Sam Wilson, we'll do our quick character summary. Sam Wilson is Falcon. Anthony Mackie, I'm a blah. He is making it better in this version of Falcon, I guess. Bucky Barnes,
man,
Winter Soldier, played by Sebastian Stan. I'm gonna say I love the White Wolf. I do.
Yeah.
Even though so far in these 3 episodes he's done more staring than anything else.
I like the fact they brought that up though. I like the fact that they went meta with the fact that you're just gonna stand there and stare at people.
You just gonna stare at people.
Right.
That's all you gonna do.
He did that for most of Winter Soldier, just like staring.
I mean, a movie named after him. I
barely
think
had
4 lines.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And he's good
still
at
stole
it.
the
He
film.
stared like a mug. Yeah, he good at it.
What was that thing? Blue Steel?
Blue Steel.
With that Blue Steel look?
With that Blue Steel.
With that Ben Steel, Blue Steel look. Someone to smolder.
He's smoldering.
So hot
That's
right
what
now.
he's doing.
So
Then we have John Walker, who is Great Value Captain America.
Wow.
Wyatt, played by Wyatt Russell.
Oh, your ass, boo.
I mean, I don't know how you get to fire someone from a show when you watch it, but I would like to hit the fire button. I don't want nothing to do with that man. Sorry to that man.
I think he's doing great in the way that he's making us hate him.
Yes. Oh, he's doing a good job as an actor. I want no parts of him with the shield. I'm with Bucky. Fuck is wrong with you? Why you get that man? Why you get a shield away so that this motherfucker can have it?
Okay, we jumping in now.
Sorry. We're not. I'm sorry.
We're not.
Too much. We're not. We're almost done.
I'll be calm.
Carly Morgenthau, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
I think so.
Who's played by Aaron Kellyman, is the leader of the
Flag Smashers.
Thank you. Crap, what's their name? Flag Smashers. Yeah, she's been underestimated already, and we saw what happens there. We'll get to that. Helmut Zemo, played by Daniel Bruhl. The old villain, new fake villain, buddy, friend for now. Is that where we put him? Did not trust that man.
No.
Sarah Wilson, who is Sam's sister, played by Adipero Odier. Sharon Carter, played by Emily Van Camp. Rhodey, Don Cheadle making his appearance. He gave us, did we just see him once so far?
Yeah.
Yep. Just
okay. And then, Io from the Dora Milaje.
Yay.
By Florence Kasumba. So there are other people, obviously, in this show, but these are our majors for now. And even though we just got one line from anyone coming out of Wakanda is going to be you get to be talked about for a long
You're
time.
of significance. Yes.
You are definitely of significance. Okay, so we know our players, right? The first episode's summary says the title is New World Order. Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes realize that their futures are anything but normal. What? Because I feel like that doesn't.
I felt like the episode really made their existence super normal. Like they're dealing with a lot of normal, real world issues in the first episode.
Well, but that says their futures are anything but normal.
Okay.
Yes, they're today. Like, yeah. So let's get into it. This is 6 months after half of the life returned from the blip.
Mm-hmm.
And they're now going to try and stop a terrorist group, I guess. But before they get to that, like we get some real back to reality moments, like what it looks like to be a superhero. Black man still can't get a loan.
And they know it's him, and he still can't get a loan.
They know it's him, and they know he blipped.
And they know he blipped.
They know why you ain't got no bread, and they said you still can't have no bread.
That was super foul.
No, it was the blackest thing I've seen in the MCU.
Thank you.
I mean, God bless Wakanda and all the incredible costuming and all the cultural stuff that was injected into Wakanda and the Black Panther. God bless all of that. That was the blackest moment in the MCU. And I know people didn't like it. But and I know people were like, well, no, that can't. And I saw some people like kind of pushing it down. But that was the moment for me in the MCU. And I was just like, oh, and of course, Black showrunner. So of course, he's going to address these kind of issues, but Malcolm Spellman. But that moment is the moment for me. I was just like, what? Because it gave you that kind of anger that you watch, and anybody can have that kind of anger. Like, what the fuck? Like, this motherfucker just helped save the world.
Right.
And that's, to me, that's the thing. So maybe instead of even having to say God bless every part of Wakanda, it's the Black American experience, because
it is the Black American experience. Right?
I don't know if it's happening around the globe, but like that is literally the Black American experience.
Right.
Even when you didn't blip and you have money and you ready to go, they can still be like, no, don't see the value in you.
Right.
But yeah, like the fact that he couldn't get the loan is one thing. I found it interesting how confident he was that he would get the loan. And that to me is like definitely part of the Black American experience. Like, look at all of these things I did. I'm so ready. I'm bringing it to you all on a platter. And it's like, yeah, no, we're not going to be able to help you.
Right.
That for me was like the Anthony Mackie part of no shots, Anthony. But what Anthony Mackie has portrayed to people about the Black experience on one side, the dreadlock comment I'm going to stick with.
Yeah.
That was what that looked like. It looked like, oh, now I'm going to get this great, red, white, and blue America. I'm going to get it shoved in my face. Like, no, you are still not accepted.
Right.
And you could come in here with some locks. And guess what? It don't matter. Your clean cut and your horrible beard still.
Yeah.
Still no damn known for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the way you laid it out, like, presenting everything necessary. And the worst part is I'm coming in with all the things you told me. These things you told me I needed to bring to you. And even though I've done that, it's still a no. Damn.
Yeah.
Super black experience.
Super black.
So let me ask you guys this, because there were people that weren't wowed by WandaVision, right? They were either confused or they just didn't like the black and white, so they didn't go further, or they did watch it all and they didn't like it. Do you think this will give people the action that they've been waiting for? Like, if somebody didn't like WandaVision, is this the one for them?
I think so. I'm still stuck on people not liking WandaVision. I want to call them names, but we're not doing that. This is stay focused. Yeah, I mean, the trailers for this show gave us tons of action. We knew what we were getting into. We were anticipating, and fingers were crossed for that Winter Soldier, type fight scenes and action. So yeah, if you didn't like WandaVision for whatever reason, here is the spoon-fed action that you've been waiting on, and everybody can get it. Everybody can get it. Anyone can get it from anyone. Like, everybody can fight on screen. Like, it's right. Really going down.
This is the more MCU type show it started out that way. I mean, with that incredible, let's just say that first action sequence in the series is incredible. Like, it was better than some of the action sequences in Black Panther. It was better than some of the action sequences in Ant-Man. It was one of the best action sequences, especially in showing the Falcon's, use of the wings and him, flying into people and hitting people inside that small plane, smallish area. So it was an incredible way to start the series. And you had to have WandaVision before you had this show, because if you started with this show and then went to WandaVision, you can't have that pace of WandaVision after the quick pace of this show. So in Marvel's credit, WandaVision, it's slower paced. It builds the story a different way, and then it comes in. There's action moments, but then it's more of a mystery. This show hits you immediately. So I can't imagine me watching 6 episodes of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier and then getting to WandaVision, and it's like, I'm like, wait, what? Why is it moving at this pace? So I think it was the perfect setup of these two shows. And then I have a feeling that Loki is probably going to be even more in your face, faster, weirder, and maybe impossibly funnier, and a combination of the two shows. Yeah, the two shows that preceded it. So I mean, I liked WandaVision. I understood people. Well, I'm one of the people who watched Dick Van Dyke Show, My Three Sons. I watched those reruns. Right. Like, I watched those every day at home, after school, or on the weekends. So the first 2 episodes, I wasn't as impressed with WandaVision, because I was like, I've seen this show. Like, it didn't have enough new in it for me, because I was just kind of like, I know what's going to happen next. And yeah, I know it's like, it was the cool, kind of like, the throwbacks and the homages and that kind of stuff. But I was like, I kind of want some more MCU in my MCU show. It played out well. It played out very well, and you kind of needed those first 2 episodes to build on this stuff. But I wanted those first 2 episodes to be one episode, and then we kind of, we kind of.
I wouldn't have been mad at that. Yeah,
right.
I think it's interesting, because I think you're right. I think that the pacing of this, like having WandaVision go first and then this, is the right sequence. And originally it was going to be flipped, and Falcon and Winter Soldier was going to go first. And like you said, I can't really imagine. I guess for me, I'm looking at all of these as separate entities, like I understand they're all connected and it's the MCU, but I don't connect it like you just said. It would be hard to go from all of this fast paced to a slow paced thing. For me, it's a whole new show. So it's not, I'm not connecting them in that way. But I do think, had it had started with Falcon and Winter Soldier, I don't know that I'd be super pumped for WandaVision the way that I was immediately for that. So I think this definitely, however, all of that scheduling, poorly affected the rest of phase 4 or whatever, like this was a, great unintended bonus.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can never think of a good word instead of consequence, because it's usually unintended consequence.
Right. Almost
a hard time thinking of the.
I was gonna say no, that's not it.
I'll pass that up now. So episode 2, The Star Spangled Man. John Walker is named Captain America, and Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes team up against the rebel group, the Flag Smashers.
Yeah, about that new Captain America. I just want to start calling him U.S. Agent and get it over with. I don't want to keep calling him Captain America.
Can we just call him Op? Hey, less Cap. Okay, so let's talk about the fact that he has a fake ass Falcon too. Why is his sidekick a black dude?
That's my super number one, and I say super number one, so even above number one, above zero, negative thing to say about the show. And I know, yes, it's a real. I had to look him up. I know it's okay. It's a real character.
A real character. Okay. Is he really black?
He's really black.
Okay.
Battlestar is a real character, and was the sidekick, and that's the problem that I have is that they gave him a sidekick who's literally a sidekick, and he doesn't have much to do. So I was hoping that if they're going to give him, maybe, it's only 3 episodes in, so maybe he'll have more to do. Maybe we'll see a different side of him, but I was hoping that their chemistry would be different. So if you have the black sidekick character, maybe he does something different. Maybe he speaks differently. Maybe he's, maybe he doesn't care for the guy, but he's, good friends with him. But then it's too much of sort of what should have been the same. And to me, this John Walker character and the way they're playing him, which I think is really good. First of all, the actor's doing a great job because I hate him.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job. Like,
I want to strangle him with both of my hands. Yes.
Right. And to me, I feel like these two, I don't know what the hell you call them, Captain America, the fake one, and Battlestar, I think they are what you could have gotten if somebody did Captain America incorrectly.
Ooh.
So I think in a world, this is what you could have gotten.
Yeah.
So, right, exactly. And you could have gotten the kind of corny, doesn't quite look right. Like you say, he's the great value version, Dollar Tree version of Captain America. And I think this is what we could have gotten. I think that's how they're playing it, and that's how the actor is playing it. And we know there's like this deeper, we can tell there's this deeper like entitlement in him.
Yeah.
So, and I think he's playing that part of it well. And unfortunately, I'm hearing that the actor is getting, threats and, people are like threatening him and all kinds of stuff. And it's like, they can't separate
What's wrong with people? My word.
They can't separate him from the role. But it's also a testament.
Literally means. Sorry, go ahead.
It's a testament to how great of a job he's doing.
Yeah.
How great of a job they're doing.
Yeah.
And the writing and the production of the show. So I give it up to him.
Yeah.
You just don't like him.
Yeah, people punch him in the face.
Yeah, definitely like white mediocrity in a person. Like he's just personified I am great.
Right.
And it's my turn. And I'm going to do it now. Like
my turn.
It's so gross. He does a wonderful job.
Yeah.
Wonderful job.
And that's one of the things with Falcon is like, a thing that a lot of us have is, we feel like we don't belong, or, we have this imposter complex, right? And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because if you don't think you belong, they still won't get the mediocre white man to do it anyway.
Right.
So, so you're just gonna move, and to call him mediocre is mediocre to us because Cap is Cap. Steve Rogers is Cap to us. Right. Because this guy honestly has all the tools. He can fight. He obviously got the serum, right? Which is something I think we need to talk about. It's like he has these physical gifts that are not human, right? So we have to kind of figure that out, and hopefully they'll kind of go into that as well in the show. But
but he also doesn't have all of it, right?
Right.
Like you got some of it, but it's the weak. It got stepped on, and so now
What is wrong with you?
Well,
got a bad batch.
The serum got stepped on.
It got stepped on. They're trying to reverse engineer. You gonna tell me you ain't gonna put too much baking soda in it? Like, yeah, that happened. And he can't do all of it. He's not. He ain't lapping fake Falcon the way that Steve Rogers could do. You know what I mean? Like, nah, that man still needs some rest.
Yeah, I was definitely under the impression that he didn't hit anything yet. Like,
because he said something like, he said, I don't have super strength.
Yeah.
But he does of some sort. Like, you don't have regular person strength either. So I don't know.
Yeah. So with Battlestar, I think what we might see, I feel like there's going to be a rift between him and fake Captain America.
There fucking better be, or it's thumbs downs for me. So.
Yeah, I think that gap's going to start opening as we start to see fake Captain America starting to get more and more corrupted. I don't think Battlestar is going to follow him down that road. I think that's good. So I'm waiting to see how this plays out, the whole traditional sidekick situation. I think there's going to be more to it. Yeah. So I think he might get killed, but then he's killing the black character. So okay. Yeah.
It damn well better be some difference. Damn it.
Right. There's going to have to be you're going to have to look at that man more than sideways.
Yeah. Yeah.
And from here on, can we just call him Officer John? Or
I'm with it.
Officer
John.
Because he's definitely the police, and I want absolutely nothing to do with him. That man went out and said, "I'm basically the government." That's terrifying.
Yo,
proudly. You know what it looks like when one white man thinks he's the government, having lived through barely that. I don't want some other one with actual superhuman strength that can pick up a train or something. Well, he can't do that, right?
No.
Sorry.
No,
anyway, I don't want
Not
that
yet.
out here talking about he the government.
Well, that's
so happy.
That's another thing that we can address is who's the villain in the show, right?
Officer John is my pick.
And I'm feeling that Officer John is the villain as well, because when they were talking about the quote unquote flag smashers, and they were, the guy was telling the Falcon, he was telling Sam, Torres was telling Sam who they were and what their purpose was. And I was like, well, that's not all that bad.
No, it's some Robin Hood shit.
I was like, and it wasn't even just Robin. It was like, oh, we feel like there should be open borders and more people should be together. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, I'm waiting for the
where's the bad?
Where's the bad? Where's
Yeah.
the bad? And it didn't come. And I was like, okay, so these people have like this kind of altruistic look at the world. Not bad.
Right.
Like, okay, you want to have your governments. And so when homeboy Officer John says I'm the government and portrays it in that way, kind of like the, winky-eyed, thumbs up, horrible way of patriotism, nationalism.
Here we go.
I'm like, well, so by the time we get to, I'm jumping ahead a little bit. By the time we get to the end of episode 3, I'm looking around like, okay, so this guy is like the other villain, because Zemo's a damn villain. I don't care. He's the damn villain.
Officer John is like an old school sheriff type villain. Like,
right.
Yeah.
He's Boss Hog.
He Boss Hog. There. Woo.
I know I'm old. For the kids listening,
you nailed
Boss
it.
Hog was on a show called Dukes of Hazzard. Look it up. Don't watch it. You might get kind of upset because of the Confederate flags. But
Please don't watch it.
But Boss Hog was like corrupt Georgia kind of person. Think Governor Brian Kemp in a white suit with a big white hat.
Yep.
There he was. Boss Hog.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
The devil himself.
Oh God.
I mean, I just want to rewind really quick because you
I jumped ahead.
No. You just reminded me of something that I really wanted to make a point of, which was I too was waiting for the bad. The bad from the flag smashers, I guess, is when they blow up a building and make a point. I guess that's the bad. But what they're looking for is a future that makes more sense than still trying to do what we do today. And I think applying that into our world in a way for me was like, they lived it, right? Like, so they were alive, other people blipped. There were no borders. There was taking care of each other, kind of, like there was the potential to have that global citizen human connection. And immediately when those people are restored, so are all of the systems that predated. You know what I mean?
And new ones. That whole
new ones.
The whole new agency of global, what was it? Global, I forgot, I'm sorry, the name of it. Like the global,
the GRC
or something like that. Right. Yeah. So they're creating new agencies to kind of bring people back into the old world and trying to get people to understand what world they've returned to.
Yeah.
And so the Flag Smashers, while they have this altruistic, beautiful idea of every kind of a kumbaya, outside of blowing things up, they you get this whole point of what's right. Is it the agency? Is it the establishment that Officer John portrays, or is it something else?
Right. Because what they're doing is mutual aid. Like it.
Right.
Targeting a place that has 6 months of supplies for people that are literally, they're just going to waste, and those people will not get those things. They are taking those things in order to do mutual aid. Like, makes sense to me.
It's a superpowered Job Corps.
There we go.
Yep. Fast.
Sometimes you got to blow some shit up. Prove a point. We'll move on to episode 3, the Power Broker, or just Power Broker. To find the source of the super soldier serum, Sam and Bucky must scale a ladder of lowlifes starting in Madripoor with Zemo. Did everybody love their bridge walk with their outfits? And they're like, oh, we going to the big party.
Listen, I was so happy to see Madripoor. The bridge walk was just like, hey, Ambush, welcome to the mutants. It's like, yes. Thank you. For all the people that are like huge Fantastic Four fans, so like all the Easter eggs they did, like leading up to it, the 1, 2, 3, 4s, and all the different things they've done, showing different streets, like cool. I'm not a big Fantastic Four fan. I had a steady diet of mutants when it came to comic books, period. Anything with the X on it, I had the book.
Amen.
So, you know what I'm saying? Madripoor, like when they were even talking about it, I was like, get me out of here. I'm not ready.
I can attest. He was very pleased.
Oh, you saw the tweet, Dre. Y'all can take 5 years to give me Wolverine. I don't give a fuck. Y'all gave me Madripoor. I know your intentions are true.
So, and you showed the bar where he
you showed the Princess bar. Like, what you mean? He's in there now. He's in there.
And I told you, I thought that I thought the way into the mutants, I thought the first mutant location was going to be Genosha.
Yeah.
So I thought, they'll bring in Genosha, and Genosha is like this island, and you can do a lot of things with Genosha. The mutants can be trapped there. There's a prison. There is all this extra stuff there, so you can have mutants on this island, and people can't get off. And you can take their power, or they can use it as a place of refuge. So I thought, so it's refuge. So I thought Genosha was going to be the first place. I didn't think down and dirty. So as soon as they said the name, I said, wait, they're going to go deep, and it was really, I don't know who on the Marvel side idea it was, or how deep they were deciding it, but they're playing a serious long game.
Yeah, they are
with their universe, with their characters, with the locations, and I appreciate it because they give the Easter eggs to the fans, and I haven't read like comics continuously since probably the early 2000s. I just know things that happen. So, you know, I follow the news, or I'll see, this person died. Oh, let me pick that up. This person came back. Let me pick that up.
Right.
So that's usually how my reading of books happen. But the fact that I'm seeing stuff that I'm aware of, and I'm like, oh, I know that. I know where you can go with that.
Right.
So episode 3 is
Episode 3 was the turn up for me. And again, where I stand is I don't love Falcon, and I do love Bucky. But there's not much to love with Bucky right now. You know, it's like he's still trying to figure out how to be Winter Soldier on his own.
Yeah.
you know, like without
Summer Soldier.
Exactly.
He's still young smolder.
He also has a lot of trauma to process, you know, and when you're real reluctant to do the therapy, it's going to take you even longer. And he's real reluctant.
I appreciate the lessons he's learning from this.
I do too.
Like, you know, he's taking it a different way, but he's getting a lower.
He's taking it a different way. He's He started making his own decisions, doing things on his own, like breaking Zemo out of prison. Just here, we'll do that real quick. I won't tell nobody.
I have a question for you guys. All right. I think the Zemo prison break was the moment in the show that I didn't like. And it was because it shook a part of my disbelief that they had me until I just have a question. Where the hell did Zemo get the key card in his book? How'd that happen?
Oh, initially, the very first part.
Because Bucky asked him, "What are you reading?" He says, "I'm reading Machiavelli." Right? He says, "Oh," and then remember now. So Zemo's in a glass case. He's in a prison cell that's covered with glass. It's not like it's bars, so he can't hand him anything. So he's in that glass case cell like Hannibal Lecter, and then later on, Bucky's telling Sam about the break and how it could break out. You know, he's playing the game, and then they're retelling, they're showing you what happened. But that part is when Zemo opens the book and the key card's in it. And the key card was key in him getting out of the prison, getting in and out of rooms. And I was like, where the hell did that come from? Anybody?
I'm just gonna go with Winter Soldier's sleight of hand. I don't know, Drake. Okay. I don't know. You're asking for too much.
Okay. All right.
I mean, that was honestly thought the way that I thought that through was a guard did it, and Bucky got the guard to do it, just like Bucky got the dude to start the fight. Like, so to me, it was just everybody can be bought and get something done, like. And it's a foreign prison. So like that dude, we know how dangerous he is. He shouldn't be just in general population anyway, right? Like, and you in the middle of it, the thick of it. Like, so I don't know. I just assumed that Bucky had a guard get him the thing.
I like that.
I'll take it. I'll buy it. Because that's the only thing that like shook me out of what was happening. I was like, wait, how the hell did he get that card?
I did have the same, like, wait, how you're explaining every single step of this.
Except that.
What?
Except the card. Like they explained everything. And I was like, wait a minute. How did he? I think my daughter even said, when did he give that to him? And I didn't want to shake the, dad knows everything philosophy. So I was like, you missed that part.
You better rewatch, girl.
You missed that part.
We don't rewind right now, but you can do
it. But later on after the show, I did say I didn't see it either. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. It was good though, wasn't it?
We all missed it.
MJ, you said this episode was the turn up for you. So was that because we saw traditional Winter Soldier? Was that what made this a turn up?
No, because Bucky didn't. He's done some things.
Yo, he's done some things.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see him controlled anyway. But what I do,
Okay. Not even for pretend.
Not even for pretend. I don't want to see. No, you realize how traumatized he is.
He was enjoying that pretend.
I don't know if he did. Part of me was like, I don't know. I was feeling for him
but you see, Sam was like, "You good? You all right?"
Right.
Sam checked in on him.
Right.
Yeah,
you whooping that ass in the ball, real sweet. Like
he just remembered that he doesn't. I mean, Winter Soldier would not have stopped. Those people would be dead. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I don't know. He was reeling it in, but it was hard to reel in once you're the 10th too deep, right? Like,
is your boo.
I love him. I love him. Oh my God.
You want to kiss Bucky in the mouth?
Oh my God. What I want is I do like you have a good point, Ambush. I don't know if it's that though. Like I did like that whole bar scene, but I felt bad for Bucky in that bar scene. I didn't think he was enjoying it. But I see the value in what you guys are saying in that.
Yeah.
There was I don't know, it just gave me more less forced buddy comedy thing and more like actual doing something.
Right,
like
right. Yeah. Sharon getting busy, Zemo getting busy,
Yo.
like everybody was getting busy. I feel you. Yeah.
Should we take a second to talk about Sharon?
Jesus.
She gets busy.
And we're done.
Bruh.
Yo. Sharon came through and said, I don't actually could someone stay with me? Oh, I don't actually need anyone out here.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay. Guys, there's a threat. Never mind. I'll do it. Like
when in Madripoor. The fuck, Sharon?
Right. And she has to be tough, right? She has to be tough in Madripoor. So because it's nothing but tough and rich and people can get away with stuff. Yeah. That's how it is. So I mean, you know, if you go to a bar and
Epstein Island?
Say again?
Is it Madripoor? Is Epstein Island?
Basically.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Wait, what's Epstein Island? I don't know. What's that?
Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh.
Like it.
Y'all went real dark just now.
You just said all the money and you can get away with everything. That
I thought that was some reference to some place in Portland or something. I'm like, what is oh, you mean the real Epstein?
Sorry.
I'm looking around like the feds in the windows.
They probably are. Sorry. You're right.
Oh my God.
I don't even know where we were now. I'm supposed to be the one that keeps us on track.
I think we were near Zemo, right?
Let's get back to it. We were talking about Sharon Carter. I remember and how crazy she gets busy. Let's chat about Zemo.
I love it. The second I saw him in the jacket with the collar, I was like, okay. I saw the purple mask in the trailer, like it's about to go down. I love when they do the flip on the costumes and make it look cooler and make it look more realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need him. It would look ridiculous with the fur on the like the traditional costume, even though it's kind of cool. But to see it with the coat instead, it was just like, okay. And they
gave it a purpose.
Right. Right. My guy's remember, he's a baron.
Right.
He moves a little differently.
That was so funny. Like, oh, turns out you also have money? Like, are you Porzy? I'm a baron.
Right. He looking like Brokey. Right. Everybody have a private plane.
It's like, you think I've been talking to you with this attitude because I'm just weird? No. I am wealthy.
Isn't it a sign of their cruelty though that their butler is 4,000 years old and can't stand up, but you still have him working? Why didn't you let that person retire?
Right. And they'll say, but he's like family. Then let him retire and care for him.
Why is he still serving you?
That's part of his cruelty. You probably saw it in the Batman comic and was like, you know what? You're gonna be my Alfred forever.
Forever.
You're here forever.
See, that's why we gotta abolish billionaires, Ambush. You see, they are the wrong role model.
I don't know.
Bruce was out here just ruining Alfred's life. He worked until he died too.
He did.
This is awful. Sorry, I didn't mean to go dark in this direction.
You wait. Oh, Epstein wasn't dark enough.
I'm just saying I've done it now twice. I've gone a direction I didn't mean to twice now. Is all I'm saying.
So Zemo says, he says, I used to be rich until my country got destroyed or whatever. He said that's like, it's like, I'm paraphrasing, but he said, I used to be rich until my country got destroyed. So where's the money? I guess maybe he meant I used to be richer because he still has a private plane. He still has.
Yeah.
I think he also meant in status, like people knew who he was. Like I was a baron, but now it don't matter because I don't even have a country.
Right.
Yeah. Like I think
without a country.
And shout out to Daniel Bruhl because he's a great actor, and I'm happy he gets to do more. I think he's done more in the last in that one episode. He did more than he did in all of Civil War. It's like for me, as a character, it's like the way he addressed things, the way you saw his mind thinking. Like he's a great actor. When you look in his eyes and you're like, oh, he about to do something.
Right. Like when he was searching the lab for the gun.
Right. And he's looking around and his eyes get shifty and he just goes, slides his hand up. I'm like this guy's acting his ass off. So I'm happy that he's getting this role to, kind of spread his wings the way he can. He's a great actor.
He is a great actor. Great actor.
Man.
What do we do with Zemo though? Because you can't trust him. You can't he doesn't get to be a third part of this. You know what I mean?
You trust him about as far as you could throw him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it. I mean, ultimately we know he'll turn into an anti-hero. Much like Agatha.
He's a damn villain. And I need to understand why Bucky's trusting him. I need to understand why Bucky's trusting him. Seriously.
He is 118 years old.
He's seen a lot.
No,
he's like if I can turn around, there's hope for Baron Zemo.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. He's trying to do the redemption story. He's trying to see the redemption story in somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
That's you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
The nail on the head.
It's going to bite him.
It definitely is.
Zemo can't be trusted at all.
Oh.
And it kind of bugged me. It kind of pulled me out. Why? Don't give him this. Don't let him move. He should be handcuffed to the steering wheel or the car in 48 hours. This is what it is. This show is a political thriller mixed with 48 hours. We're gonna break Zemo out, but because my question was, I was like, all right, you break him out. What you gonna do at the end? You gonna put him back in jail?
Right.
No, now he's out.
Right. And now y'all know he's rich. And now you know he has a private plane and his butler is still kicking. 300 years old.
Right. He ain't going back. So forget about that. Right. Forget about that part of the plan, Bucky. You're not going to narrate him going back in. Sorry. Nah, ain't happening.
The things I hate about Bucky are the same things I hate about Steve Rogers. And it's that optimism that makes no sense in application. It's they've bought into this is how it's supposed to be and this is what is right, and it's not applicable to today's world or whichever world they're in right now, it's never applicable, and then they just look stupid.
Yeah, it's interesting that they allow both of those characters to show distrust for the government and distrust for the organizations that they've worked for, but they still remain ridiculously optimistic when it comes to people.
And those systems, they're oh shit, they're the moderates. Oh my God. Did you just crack the code?
She said, oh shit.
You are aware enough to question it, but you're like, but there's no other way to really go about it. So we'll just keep doing it and I'll fight those other enemies as they come.
That's deep. Like, I didn't think about that. That's super deep because they don't trust the government because they don't have a reason to, number one.
Exactly.
Because they are victims of the government's tyranny, but they believe in people. So even when Bucky takes Sam to see Isaiah, that was an example of this is what the government has done to not only us, but to your people.
Right.
And I think that was, I mean, I love that moment. And of course I had to look because I was like, wait, that's a reference that I don't know. And then I was like, oh, I do know.
Oh, Isaiah was? I'm about to say, okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's the red, white, and black thing. And I was like, okay, so you get that moment where he's breaking down, where he's trying to show Sam, like, this is deeper than what you thought. Like, you deserve, like, not only you've earned that shield should have been yours, and you shouldn't have given up. And look what happened. Like, this guy who, he went through the same thing. But worse, because he was tossed to the side, and you're allowing yourself to be tossed to the side, which was a question I had. And then I found out I was trying to figure out whose idea it was for Sam to give up the shield. Was it Sam's? What was it? The writers of this show, or what did it come from Marvel? And apparently, it came from Marvel. Nate Moore, who's one of the creative executives at Marvel, also black, and was the creative executive for Black Panther, told Malcolm Spellman, like, they had this conversation about what was going to happen with Sam having the shield, or if he was going to have the shield, and he was doing Captain America, and Malcolm wanted the government to take it away. And Nate said, no, I want Sam to give it to them. And I think either way it plays, but I think Sam saying I'm not worthy and giving it away, and then seeing it give it to a mediocre Officer John dude, it really I think it stings. It stings. And either way, you still get the government getting what they want, but it's in a different way. It's in the way of, black people, we always have to do twice as much. And Sam put himself in that position of saying, I have to do twice as much to get the same thing. So I don't think I deserve it. Steve's meant so much. And then they're like, oh, here, we got a new Captain America. It's this dude right here.
He was just chilling over here.
He's just chilling over here. We caught him in, behind home plate. He was
right.
Frank,
right.
So I think it's deep. I think either way it plays, but that was one of the questions. I was like, well, why did they give? Because I was kind of pissed. Like, why did they call it the Falcon and this Winter Soldier? First of all, because isn't he Captain America?
Right.
So I really, when he gave it away, I didn't have any questions. I'm not as well versed as either one of you, but I didn't have any questions because my first question was, why is this called the Falcon and Winter Soldier if he's now Captain America? So him giving it away was like, oh, because you're still the Falcon.
You're out here doing Falcon shit.
Right. Like you wanted to keep your wings. Okay. But such a better question is who and why. And man, that really, I think, for me, that now shows me how much I don't care about Falcon. Like, wow, I did not give that a second thought. I was like, yeah, because he's the Falcon anyway. Wow.
But now he should see. After what the government has done with Officer John, what the government has done to Isaiah, it's almost like Bucky's walking him through the timeline of, and he's seeing it himself. He's being walked through. This is why, Anthony Mackie, you shouldn't say them damn dumbass dreadlock comments because the government don't give a damn about you either.
Right.
It don't matter how you present, babe.
There it is.
All that respectability politics out the window. And
LOL.
And you can't get no loan.
And you can't get no loan.
Black Falcon. Like
Black.
Yo.
Can we talk about Isaiah for a minute? Can we talk about that?
Thank you. Yes, absolutely, please.
Because I keep going back. That scene was hilarious. That Black Falcon scene was hilarious.
What episode? That was episode 2.
2, yeah, that was episode 2. Yeah, that shit was hilarious. When they showed Isaiah, I was just like, hell yeah. Because I mean, Marvel keeps taking little opportunities to show me, at least I'm recognizing these points as very purposeful moments to engage with our community. I mean, ultimately it's financial. There's no confusion here. There's no confusion in that. But they don't have to do this and can still make a lot of money. They can still put out some content that we're going to ride with because we love these characters. To show us Isaiah, that's a completely separate rabbit hole filled with nothing but embarrassment.
Yeah.
For the government. Nothing but embarrassment. Like, we're talking Tuskegee experiment, like completely disregarding so many black soldiers that were tested on. You can't open that door and not have to explain all of that later. So just that alone was just like, oh man, that's crazy. I was very impressed by them even putting him in the episode. Seriously, introducing that character. Amazing.
Yeah, and Malcolm Spellman, I read an interview and he was talking about just the ideas, and of course he couldn't do any spoilers, but he said that, going forward, we're going to see more and more of things that are going to kind of shift the axis of the world and of the MCU. So I'm interested in seeing, I guess, how we're going to look at people, or it's deep, man. I think they really layered the show well. It's only been three episodes in, and we're getting to a point where it's going to get. I mean, I think it's going to get better. That's why I said it. It started out well. It's a good start. It's a good start. And I mean, I appreciate the MCU-ness of it, and them taking the different angles on these characters and giving these characters more room to breathe. Because I think we get to, just thematically, we get to kind of see some of these people do more. I mean, we saw WandaVision and Wanda's dealing with loss, which is something that, you don't really get that in what people normally call a superhero movie or what have you. You don't get those kinds of things, and especially at the depth in which these writers are taking it. So I appreciate it.
Ambush, there was something you said, like you were happy that they threw it in there or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how you phrased it, but like that's one of the things for me that keeps me engaged with MCU things, because their progression is really engaging to be to watch, and and I'm happy to see it, because my interaction with mutants, like, so the way that I've looked at X-Men and those stories has always kind of been like, this isn't just aren't they just explaining racism right now to everybody, like,
yep,
right.
So it's always been hard for me when, you have a bunch of people that love comics and love these stories and love sci-fi and all of these, and, hero, anti-hero, villain, like they're fighting for the people, and then they're like super racist or homophobic or transphobic, it doesn't make sense that you can engage in that kind of content all the time, like, and get nothing from it. Because I think they've been trying to teach that. I don't think that's a coincidence, right? Like, I think they've been talking about oppression. So yeah, for me, I want more of it. I like what they're doing. I want to see more, throwing that in there. And like you said, you can't really like not go down it a little bit more. I'm so happy that there are people that are new to all of these stories, that are Black stories that we have always known, like the Tuskegee experiments, that we'll find out about it now.
Yeah.
And the more that they do that, the more that happens.
Yep. Just like Watchmen, just like Lovecraft Country, Yeah. I think what we're starting to see here, though, is what we really, really loved and came to appreciate in the Marvel Netflix shows, because there was a sense of freedom in which they treated those characters because it wasn't attached to the MCU. We got the hyperviolence, we got adult themes, we just got real life perspective. Like, we watched these characters struggle and go through things that the MCU at the time wasn't allowing their characters to do. So, like you said, with WandaVision dealing with loss, like, this was a tortured character. That's no different than every single episode of Daredevil. Seriously. Matthew was going through it, like through it. And it was amazing to watch, to have Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin. Like, that's what we're seeing now. That's what these new shows are doing now. It's like, oh, okay. All right. Nah, y'all giving us some greatness, because even the announcement of the TV, the series for Wakanda, just focusing on Wakanda. When they said that, I said, okay, they really about to go ham. When you're talking about, there are so many shows that can be just done from Wakanda. Like, Wakanda could be its own Law and Order. You know what I'm saying? Like, there can be so many, something that focuses just on the royal family, something that focuses on the Dora Milaje. Like, there's just so many different things you can do just with Wakanda. The fact that you are going down that, like, even thinking about the blip, that's 5 years worth of stories untold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What does it feel like for regular people, unpowered, to come back and exist in this world? What's that drama? Like, we've seen shows like that. I think, like, there's been different types of shows where people have been gone missing, like the 44, the 1000. There's a bunch of different shows with numbers in their title where people have gone and come back.
The 4, the 8, the 9.
They disappeared. They returned. There's a bunch of different. Yeah. But, like, I mean, I really see an opportunity here for really Disney to be able to create so much content now that they have the entire Marvel canon to work with. Because it's really like, it's really starting to mirror the comics in the way that, like, Dre, if you collected at any point, you knew there was often 3 or 4 or sometimes 5 different Spider-Man books at the exact same time.
Yeah.
And you just came to expect that because that's just how comics work. So to be able to tell one character's life from so many different perspectives with so many different directors and showrunners, like, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be crazy. Yeah.
And I wonder if they're going to, they being Marvel and Kevin Feige, I wonder if they're going to bring us the mutants in a television show first.
Wow.
I wonder if that's the way they're going to try to do it. I mean, because, that's the big pill. That's the thing that everybody's waiting for. Well, I know I'm waiting for it because I'm a big X-Men fan.
Yeah.
But I know I'm waiting to see how, and I keep trying to figure out how they're going to do it. How are they going to bring this in? Like, are you going to bring the mutants in? Well, and I mean, the key people are saying it's the Eternals.
Yeah. And Multiverse of Madness, possibly.
Right.
Yeah.
And Multiverse of Madness. So it's going to be kind of those two together. But I would really like to see them sprinkle some Marvel dust on some of these series, some mutant dust on some of these series, and kind of get us, into whatever the depth of whatever this could be. Because you can easily have an X-Men school show.
Yes,
whatever that looks like.
Right.
And so I mean, well, we jumped off the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but that last shot, episode 3.
Yeah.
That last shot, my daughter said, "Woo!" She's 12 years old. Well, she's about to be 12. But seeing
Io, it was
seeing
like
Io and Dora Milaje, like that moment, and I kicked myself because I didn't pick up on it. Like
same.
I totally missed it. I'm like, he's picking up these little things. I'm like, oh, these little, what are these sensors? And as soon as they showed it, I was like, how the hell did I miss that?
Yeah.
Like, how did I not get excited like 30 seconds ago?
Yeah. They got us good with that. They got everybody with that. Yeah.
Did they though? I don't know if that's true.
Or they didn't get you.
No, they got me. I was so mad at myself. Like I was like, those look familiar.
But that's what I'm saying. I think it's no coincidence that all of us who are familiar with this world, we all got caught off guard.
I was just wondering, what did the internet say? Like,
damn it, they lying if they say
good point.
They starved us of Wakanda for so long that we didn't recognize the beads.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, that's familiar.
Nope.
And he mentioned Wakanda in that episode in the beginning.
Yeah.
He was like, when they were trying to break Zemo out. He was like, you know who didn't forget? The Wakandans.
Talk about foreshadowing.
Right. Right.
Yo.
Sam was like, I don't want none of this. I don't want none of this business. I don't want none of this work. What are you doing?
Right.
Oh.
I'm still stuck at him calling him the White Panther.
Great line. That was a great line. Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Well, so you Ambush, you took kind of my wrap-up question of no, but to add on to it, because you mentioned the other Netflix shows, like they're treating them very similar.
Yeah.
Loki's next.
Oh.
I mean, like,
Dre, did you see the most recent trailer for Loki?
I did. It made me more excited to see the show. Also gave me a bunch of questions. But
yeah. But like, were you not excited to see it before seeing this trailer?
No, I was always excited to see it.
Oh, okay.
But seeing the way they're handling, I mean, you know what it is? I'm just gonna be honest. They spent a shitload of money on this damn show. I could tell.
Oh,
like the Loki show looks like they spent first of all, you got Tom Hiddleston in the show. So he already get top dollar as him because he can, because of what he's become. But the fact that I'm watching all of these people, all these effects, all this, I'm just like, they spend a lot of money. They are not, and some of the things that I can tell they're touching on is going to really, I mean, they're expanding their universe, and they're kind of giving us their universe, and I just appreciate it, man. I'm just
knowing that like Loki's next, and what comes after that, or is that the end for
Ms. Marvel? I think comes after that.
Ms. Marvel,
Either Ms. Marvel or She-Hulk. One of those two comes in, or Hawkeye.
But it might be Hawkeye.
I think it's Hawkeye. They're almost done filming Hawkeye. Yeah, I think it's Hawkeye. Yeah. Whew.
But then, Black Widow, the film, and that's what I was trying to figure out. I was actually counting weeks because I was like, well, how many weeks do I have between the Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Loki? And it's like 6 or something like that. It's like there's like a gap.
Is there? I thought it was.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I thought it was like a 1 week gap, maybe.
No, because there's only like 3 more episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then Loki comes like the second week in June.
They must have pushed it back.
Oh,
okay.
Loki comes in the second week of June, and someone asked me on the side. They were like, "Well, why did they push Black Widow again?" And I was like, "Well, I think it's partially because of the theaters, but I also think that there's this thing where they're trying to keep us involved. He kind of, it's like it's the free crack giveaway."
Right.
So so we're gonna be smoking that Marvel pack throughout the whole spring.
Not that Marvel.
And they want to make sure, that we stay involved. And I'm trying to figure out, and I think we'll all know by the end of Black Widow, whatever that post credit scene is, what they did, what they
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling they shot something else. After because they have a year delay. And they have a year delay on all these films which were already in production. Some of them, Eternals, had already been shot. They were I know they were deep in post before they even pushed it. So you have time to clean it up. So it's gonna be crazy.
Okay, so we're gonna. Oh, sorry. We're gonna wrap it up with the predictions. So number one, we have to address what are they sneaking in on us? What are they setting up already? And then predictions from that.
So I think they're setting up the Thunderbolts, definitely, which is a team that both Taskmaster and Baron Zemo will be on. Because I think the power broker is what's my guy's name? The general.
But didn't he die?
No. The one that basically why can I not remember his name?
The one who did the experiments on Wanda and whatchamacallit?
No, the one that created Abomination. It was in Sokovia Accords, like Ross. Ross. I think Ross is the power broker because it makes sense that he's been trying to get the super soldier serum manufactured, right? The power broker has been financing this in a place where no nation state, no rules apply. This is some traditional U.S. government backwater bullshit. We're gonna go and set up a lab in a territory nobody can fuck with us. I'm gonna pay this guy to work and experiment and do whatever you got to do with people. I don't care how it turns out. Just give me results. And then he gets 20 of them done. Carly steals them, and now he's threatening Carly. And then you see who showed up. When they showed up at that plane when Carly and them were leaving, that looked like military. That looked like, Blackwater on some real shit. Right. So I think the power broker is going to be Ross, and this is him, setting up because he wants to be able to give Payless Captain America. He wants to be able to give him the real serum. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So yeah. That's my prediction. Also, if I can just throw this in there, a series I would like to see, when I would pay like the premium pass. Disney, you're hearing it now, so you know how to get me. If they were to do a series that revolved around the Guardians of the Galaxy, you're getting my money. I don't care.
You'd pay more money?
I did for Mulan, didn't I? I will do it. I'll do it. I'll get my bread. Mm-hmm.
Well, they have the Christmas special coming.
A Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special?
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Go on.
That's a real thing, and it's funny because when they announced it, James Gunn I think James Gunn tweeted, "Yup, we're really gonna do it," and it was something that he pitched to Kevin Feige, half joking, half serious,
like the Star Wars Christmas special,
right? And so people were asking, people tweeted him and said, "Wait, is that the name of the third movie?" And he said, No. That's the Christmas special. Then there's volume 3.
Oh shit.
Right. And I was amazed because I was like, wait, I always thought that was like the funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was like the funny name for the third film. No, there's a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. So there you go. Ambush.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Okay. He gave me a gift. In April.
So you are getting a special. What it looks like, we shall see.
All right, so those are my predictions. And series requests.
My predictions. We want like big ones because yours was pretty big. Ambush. Yours was like.
Sorry about that.
No. I think. Okay, so my first ideas were that the power broker. I didn't know who he is, but I feel like they're going to introduce us to Moon Knight in some way, because there's a Moon Knight series coming. So I feel like they're going to give us because Moonlight did have some Madripoor.
Yeah.
Can you give me the connection? Because I don't know.
Yes. So Moon Knight's like basically Marvel's Batman, but he actually has powers.
Mm-hmm.
But he gets powers from, what was it?
A god.
A god.
God, yeah.
So, right. So he's so Moon Knight's like Batman mixed with Black Adam, where he gets powers from a god who gives him some kind of powers, but he has like this he has like it's like mental problems, something.
Yeah, he's got mental health issues. Yes, he does.
He has, yeah, Moon Knight has mental health issues. I was thinking about it because Legion also had mental health issues, which was a great show.
Yeah.
Right. So Moon Knight has this Madripoor connection where he like goes there, he like owns stuff. He does like all his like backwater deals there. Like it's kind of like, you know, he uses it as his like Cayman Islands. Like he can use, he's ditched money there. He's always seen it. Right, offshore. So I thought that they were going to kind of introduce us to. So I even went back and paused when the thing said the power broker is watching. They kind of trying to figure out whose eyes that was.
Yeah,
I was like, is that because who's the actor's going to be Moon Knight? I like him. He's great.
He's great. Oscar? No.
Yes, it's Oscar something.
Is it?
It'll come to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was trying to see if it was his eyes.
Like, is it Oscar Isaacs?
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
Yes. Oscar
He's
Isaac.
dope. He's dope.
And so I was trying to see if that was his eyes. I was like, is that his eyes? Like, are they really trying to give us that little sprinkle?
I would live for that.
Right. So I was trying to figure out if that was the power broker and they were kind of going to use that as a way to bring in his series eventually. Other prediction, we will see Steve Rogers.
Really?
We will see Steve Rogers. That's my prediction. Will
he be old, or will he be?
He'll be old. He'll be old Steve. We will see old Steve Rogers. And I had another prediction as I was watching. We will see the Patriot. It'll be the son.
Oh, the grandson.
The grandson.
Young Patriot.
Young Patriot.
That's his name. Young Patriot.
Young Patriot will be who is like the young kid version of the Falcon mixed with Captain America.
Yeah.
We'll see him. And that kid will in some way show that he's available. I don't know.
Show some powers at some point.
Show some.
For clarity, we're talking Isaiah's son.
His grandson.
Grandson. I mean,
right. So he was in the show really quickly. He kind of ushered Bucky and him out. Like, you got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Which I thought was funny because he kind of manhandled them out of the place, and I was like, "They're superheroes. Like, you can't." But he kind of like pushed them out. Like, you guys got to go, and they left like pretty swiftly. And I'll end there. I had another one, but I forgot it. But yeah, Young Patriot, Moon Knight, Steve Rogers. I think we'll all see him. And of course, I believe that by the end, Falcon will have that shield.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Incredible.
Did you have any predictions, MJ?
No predictions?
Not at all.
You did
not. Covered them all.
So did we just spoil it?
What's that?
So did we just do some spoilers? And like, you gonna watch it? Like, damn it, Dre, you spoiled the damn show.
No, not at all. I watched it.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't have anything outside of what you guys had, and I didn't have most of what you had. So no, I just don't have. I don't have predictions yet.
If I could touch back on the whole Battlestar thing, I do think there's going to be some significance in their story arc in the way that, you know, as Wack Captain America gets darker, they're going to start to split. But then I think Battlestar is going to get like fatally injured, and that's going to end up pushing True Value Captain America over the edge. I think that's going to play a part. There's going to be a moment when he just snaps, and then he can become full U.S. agent. I don't give a damn. I'm super powered, and I still like to use my gun. like when he becomes that version, then we're going to get a healthy villain that we're going to enjoy watching, because he's literally Winter Soldier, that version of Winter Soldier powered, using weapons, don't care who get killed, stray bullets, whatevs. Like that's who U.S. agent is on some real shit. And I work for the government, so cool. I can call the cops when I'm done. So.
Did the character in the comics, did he like bounce like $1 billion and like disappear and that was it for him?
Yeah,
or something like something. It was something weird. Like
he dipped. He dipped after a minute. Yeah.
Wait, what?
He dipped. Like he pulled a heist and was gone.
Like that was the end of his story. Was like he just stole like $1 billion from Wack Cap. We should call him Wack Cap.
Wack Cap.
I like Wack Cap.
Wack Cap. Yeah, Wack Cap. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So that tracks for who we know him to be today.
Oh my god.
Same guy to me.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing before we go. Any pet peeves at this point? What's grinding those gears?
The episode count.
Not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Okay.
That damn key card.
Fair.
That damn key card. I want to know where that damn key card came from.
Must be.
You can explain that motherfucking key card. Oh no. Here's the other thing, right? When they did the whole thing with the scientist, right? So the guys are shooting up the place, and Sam and Bucky they get out of the storage container, and Zemo standing on top of the storage container wearing the mask. Motherfucker, that's the villain. Like that's the villain, right?
Yes.
Like nobody said, yo, why the hell you wearing a damn mask?
Yo,
like, nobody said, well, why you wearing that? Where'd you get that mask from? Why you wearing that mask? That's the villain, fam. That's the villain, fam.
Yeah.
If I'm in a shootout and a whole bunch of stuff is going down, and then all of a sudden Ambush pops out of nowhere wearing a mask. If Ambush popped up wearing that, you don't think the first thing I'm gonna say is gonna be like, yo, fam, what's that about?
You're the villain?
And he's the villain? Like he's
right.
the villain, fam. Like
he was villain.
He killed King T'Chaka. We know this already. We know he tried to get people, Bucky to kill Cap. He tried to get Bucky to kill Iron Man. Come on, fam.
Yeah.
As soon as
good point.
And that's not grinding my gears. That's just like me saying, yo, fam, what's up? Like nobody said. I mean, I got the whole pull up in the car thing, but yo, fam, nah, take off that mask. We take your ass back to jail.
Right. We just seen you up there with the mask on. Not chill.
Sorry for that.
You can't drive. No. It's all good. Nah, we let them shits fly. Like no, you can't drive. You just had a mask on.
Right.
You can't drive. Get in the back. Get in the back.
And I'm not moving my seat. Get in the back.
No, I'm moving my seat. Get in the back. And I say in the back, I mean get in the trunk.
So that's my pet peeve is that we even have to go through this. Why do we have to? Why do we? Him? You know him. We have to do this. That's mine. You already said everything about it. Like, no, he has to be in the trunk. He doesn't get. You cannot trust this dude with nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. And here we are.
That was awesome.
So yeah.
That was a lot for 3 episodes. Look at it. We was talking for a minute.
We did it. I think we got it down. Anything to add before we wrap it up?
Add 2 more episodes to the series.
For true.
Oh, good. I mean, as long as it's good,
yeah,
we can rock. We with
it. You guys won't be happy, like if it's great in 6?
No, I'll be happy with 6. I just want more. I'm just greedy. Okay. I'll be happy with 6.
Is Loki a miniseries too, or
Loki's? I think Loki is also 6 episodes, but they've already greenlit season 2 for Loki.
Did they?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I wonder if it follows. Does it follow Thor? Did they tell you where it's coming? When it's coming?
That part I don't know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's absurd. Yeah.
Kindness. Thank you so much, Andre, for joining us for
Yeah.
this. I hope
Thank you for having
will
me.
be able to join us for episodes 4 through 6. Big thank you to the listeners for taking this journey with us. We have been A Podcast Has No Name, and we will catch you next time.
Hey, you're still here. That's what's up. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate every single listen we get. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on all social media. You can listen to us on the platform of your choice. We are there. And if you're so inclined, please rate the show and write a review. We appreciate all types of feedback from any of our listeners. All right, catch you on the next one. Peace.